special.
Break and dance free. One more time. Welcome back to Star Wars. Bradshaw, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm pulling up things I have that we can speechify
So
on.
speechify out?
You gotta get the fun facts.
Yeah, I saved the fun facts.
Do you know what I put on? Over the weekend, I just was taking care of both my kids because my wife was working. So I was like, what do you want to watch? And she goes, I want to watch that Star Wars girl. I'm like, Star Wars girl?
That little ghost boy?
I
That
was
little
like-
Star Wars girl?
I was like, Star Wars girl. So I put on The Force Awakens. And I was like, is this it? And she's like, no, purple hair. And I was like, oh, Sabine, you're talking about, oh shit, Rebels. I was like, I totally messed with you. And she went and played something else. So I just left the movie on. I was like, dang
That's
it.
funny.
I don't want to lose her confidence in Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
Watching Force Awakens.
This isn't Star Wars girl.
This
What
is.
the fuck do you think I'm...
Where's Sabine? Where's purple hair? And she only likes Sabine because of purple hair.
Purple hair, yeah.
Because
Exactly.
she just loves the idea of purple hair, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Whoa!
saw an article on CBR. I think all of these are from CBR, so I'm just gonna blanket quote them right now.
Okay.
But it's a Star Wars High Republic introduces an Excalibur-like lightsaber. So it's for the new High Republic era.
Gotta show Sean when he's done.
Oh, I saw it already.
Yep.
That thing looks cool.
And so it's basically so the hilt is closed when it's off like that.
I've seen hilts like that on
And then when
website.
he goes and then it goes poof. And since this is olden times Jedi and whatever and the High Republic, so it's all grandiose and stuff, they're wanted to do a Excalibur
hilt
hilt.
thing?
Yeah. It looks kind of cool.
So what are they talking about that in reference to? Just the High
Yeah,
Republic?
just for one of the characters in High Republic.
Okay.
His name is, I can't read it in that terrible quality one. Belongs to Jedi Master Stellan Gios.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Gios.
Gios or
Gios.
Gios. I don't know how it's pronounced, but looks pretty interesting. I dig it.
Do you think that
Throw it
person's
up
going to
there.
be a human?
Yes, they show a picture of him.
Because usually the humans have
It's really poor quality, but
those three names, like Obi-Wan, Kenobi, Qui-Gon,
It's
Jinn.
really tiny.
yeah, it's very tight. That's just depends on what planet they're from, I assume. Luke
think-
Skywalker.
I know, but do you think Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are from the same planet but had those weird naming conventions? It sounds like they would.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Mace Windu, I bet he's from a different planet than them, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because humans live on all sorts of different planets.
Yeah.
Corellia, Han Solo,
Yep.
But yeah. But it's a cool one. I like the idea of the closing and opening. And then with the little kind of modified version more clean looking version of the Kylo Ren thing with the saber bits and the crossguard. But it
Yeah.
actually has the physical crossguard there.
Yeah, so it's actually protecting you a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's not that the lightsabers or the crystal's busted, so it has to fucking
Vent out.
vent out the side like
Yeah.
Kylo's is. It is purposefully that way.
Yeah, because Kylo's looked really unstable.
Because it was.
Well, yeah, visually it looked really unstable. But
Yeah.
the vents, it didn't just look like lightsaber beams. They looked like just fire.
Yeah. All right.
Heated plasma.
So I got another one.
Another one.
Same source.
Whoa, nice. They lined themselves
Another-
up perfectly.
They did.
You ready for another half-ass theory about who Sasha Banks plays in Mandalorian?
I am. Hit me.
All right. So, there's another fan theory that she is playing a Sith Inquisitor in the show. And what do they have to go by? She's wearing a black cloak.
So good.
Wow.
That's it.
Bit of a stretch there, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think about them doing a?
Because sorry, but it says Banks' costume, a dark hooded cloak, somber expression, and sudden disappearance all hit at a more menacing character than Ren or a Jedi. So they're like, well, since remnants of the Empire and shit are still around, why wouldn't there still be Sith Inquisitors?
Good question.
And I was like, well, there's no Sith. There is.
There kind of is.
There is, but there isn't.
Right.
Palpies being all gross over on, was it Exegol? Is that the name of the planet? But yeah, I just thought it was hilarious because it's another half-assed
Oh my goodness.
half-assed guess on even less to go on than the whole Sabine thing. Like the Sabine thing actually could work, like, you know, like it could, like, it's feasible, like a little more feasible.
And we're thinking that the hooded character isn't Sabine, right? Like that
From the trailer.
Yeah.
They're saying because that's Sasha Banks.
Okay.
Right there.
We have no idea what
When
the
we don't know
character is.
what she's playing. And that one theory I explained last session was that she was playing Sabine and rattled off a bunch of, you know, tangential things that could potentially mean that, even though there's no real proof at all. This has even less proof because it's just, oh, she's looks menacing and she's in a black cloak, therefore Sith Inquisitor.
There you go. How
Another thing I realized too, probably why people also connect Sasha Banks to Sabine, was because Sasha Banks also had her hair dyed purple for a long time. I'm like, that's some bullshit.
What about Laura Dern playing Sabine? Because she was Holdo.
Right. But I was like, or she at least, you know, colors her hair a lot. But I know she had purple hair for a while. That I just realized that when I saw a picture of her right there, she has blue hair. And I was like, oh yeah, she fucking dyes her hair all the time. And I was like, is that
wrestling?
another?
For wrestling.
But then I was like, yeah, they're not saying she dyes it because of the Sabine thing.
Right.
But I'm just saying she visually gives off that vibe because she has colored hair all the time.
Maybe.
And I was like, that's even more half-ass bullshit because it's just some guy's like, she dyes her hair, Sabine dyes her hair. They're probably the same
It's
person.
like the Norm Macdonald logic joke.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, do you own a doghouse? Well, and you, my friend, are homosexual.
I thought I had one more, but
Do you think they're gonna have queer people in the cast or queer characters in the Mando?
I'm sure.
Do you think they'll actually make a point to do that in the second season? Because from what I've seen in a lot of second seasons of stuff, they always throw in a gay character.
With Mando, and how they've just handled everything, I'm sure it's just gonna be downplayed as fuck, or not downplayed, but like just casual as fuck if there is. You know what I mean? It's
But
not.
even then, people are gonna be like, "That's an issue. Like that's problematic." And
But what I mean is, it's just like they're just treating it like normal. You know what I mean? Like it's
not like they did in the
Yeah,
Rise of Skywalker.
it's not about a moment, right?
Yeah.
Or a thing. It's just like these are just people that are together.
Because that's what I thought. Like initially, what they were doing in the Clone Wars, the new season.
Yeah.
With the sister characters.
Yeah.
That were fixed up Ahsoka's ride for her, and she helped them out.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the kind of weird
Yeah.
tangent she went on.
Yep.
Like I thought they were gonna be somehow in a relationship partners, but it turned
Right.
out they were sisters. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I kind of was thinking that might be a vibe too in that one episode of Rebels, where Sabine meets back up with like her old partner.
Yep,
or
I remember
whatever.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Forgot her name, but yeah, she kind of sold her out and like stole their ship or something, or stole a ship as she was trying to chase him down. Yeah. But that like now's the time to do that stuff in second seasons, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and especially like if you're gonna pull that out like first season, and especially like ham-fist it, you know,
Yep.
it would come off to people like a gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Even like more like a gimmick and not like a serious thing. If you wait for it and then like to be what's like what entails like a good or like equal like thing when those characters are represented is that everything's treated like normal. That's not like oh, here's a moment you find out about this, or
And it has to be so like,
yeah,
yay!
yeah,
It has to be. It has to be. It has to be like its own. Its own moment, its own
Right.
focus.
If it's part of a like a romantic storyline, then yeah, that makes sense, right? But if it's just like a character that's there, like every other character, that it's just like just treat it like normal. It's
like in the episode where Mando goes
because then
to
it doesn't become a standout. It doesn't become a thing that's like, you know,
making a point to focus on that.
yeah. Where it's treated like normal, it becomes normal, right?
That's the thing. I don't think people have got to pinpoint the focus when they're trying to explain to the viewers, like, yes, this is social justice. This is important. Like, you should pay attention to this moment because look at us. We're doing so well as a studio that we're including this stuff.
Yeah.
It comes off as like they're pandering.
Hollow. Yep.
But when it is just kind of played off in the background where it's pretty nonchalant, kind of like don't draw any attention to it, it feels more natural.
Right.
And more like it would actually exist. And it's not, you're not pandering.
Right.
I don't think they have a good grasp of that, how to do it yet.
Well, because like one like type of relationship is one that's been there from the start, represented, and so they know how to
right?
and they know how to represent that, right?
Luke and Leia kissing and stuff.
Right. It's old hat. They know how to represent that. It's now it's
But it would be totally different.
It's not normalized at this moment, so it's they don't know how to handle it.
Right. The thing with Lando being what is it, pansexual?
Pansexual, yeah.
It's like they derive that conclusion from him having a relationship with his droid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which doesn't explain what his sexual preference is. He's just like, he can find some comfort in a droid.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And in the Star Wars world, maybe that makes sense. But it can't just blatantly say he's pansexual.
Yeah.
You can't put a label on him for just something you can read into a little bit.
And like it's a like in his case and characters in this universe's case, they're often there's a lot of them, especially like Lando, who are around people from all different types of planets all the time. Not all of them are going to be conventionally, line up with his man parts. You know what I mean? So it's like, and Lando's got an appetite, my dude. So it's like, it's bound to happen, right?
Like, what about those creatures that, like I'm sure Sean would know the actual creature or the person's name, but in Jabba's, the singer in Jabba's palace.
Oh yeah, fucking Tudor face.
Size Noodles lady?
Yeah.
I don't know what their species is called.
But that definitely was a female of that species.
Yeah.
If you could say that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure like anything that looks unlike a female or male as an alien, like a blob or something. Like, what if somebody had a relationship with that?
Yeah. And we don't know either that the ones that we see that look like our definitions of male and female are in fact male and female. Mm-hmm. We don't know that. Mm-hmm. They're aliens.
They're aliens.
We haven't looked at their junk.
Aliens.
Do they have junk?
They might.
They might. They might not. It might be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's aliens, dude. We don't know their biology.
No. That's why I don't think, even in Star Wars universe, it should matter.
No, the Star Wars universe is very much just like, we'll just throw dick around.
Yeah, it doesn't
matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Like,
Which
can make Anakin out of the
totally,
Force. People just put Anakin in somebody's womb just by sheer will.
Yeah,
There's like, here it is.
And it's totally like seen in the universe, but we think nothing of it because it's like of course it's just normal. They treat it.
Well, we made it and we found Jan. We found Jan. We'll be back with more Jan.
Indoors.
Jan in her vest. Look
Her
at her vest.
Sweet vest.
Look at her sweet like leg holster things.
Sweet legs. Sweet holsters.
So we'll be back after doors.
After doors. Bye.
On the Star Wars special